We're going to make a black bean omelet with an avocado salsa verde, and I'm making use of some of my leftover black beans. They've been cooked traditionally, soaked, cooked with some flavorings, and now I want to take some other flavorings and kind of bump up the flavor. So I have scallions, garlic, some tomato, some cayennes for some heat, and cilantro. So real simple. We're going to start with cooking our aromatics, which will be our scallions. I'm looking for a couple tablespoons of scallion. So kind of a chop and go. This is something you could do very easily ahead of time and have the black bean mixture made and then warm it up for the omelets. Then our garlic, like I've said before, we're going to crack it open and see if we find the green stem, removing the green stem since it's bitter. So far my garlic has been pretty fresh. This one seems to have a green stem that I will get in and remove. So that's what I'm talking about, that little green stem there. We don't want that involved in our cooking. Then I'm going to do about a half a tomato. So we're just going to take the core out of our tomato and chop it roughly. Into our pan. I'm adding about a quarter teaspoon of cayenne, a little bit of heat. So I want to make this little kind of a sofrito, a little base first, and break down the tomatoes before I add my black beans, and then cook it all together to flavor the black beans. And this, like I said, could be made ahead of time and set aside. Okay, I'm going to add a pinch of salt to the tomatoes, seasoning, bringing out the moisture. We have our heat from the cayenne, pinch of pepper, and I'm just kind of waiting for these tomatoes to break down. And you can see how the moisture is caramelizing in the pan. This is creating the flavor base for my black beans. Okay, we'll put that on medium-low heat just to kind of cook it. The beans are completely cooked. Now I'm just giving it a little bit of a tomato, cayenne, garlic, scallion flavor, and finish with my cilantro. Okay, so this should be good. We could do this ahead of time. And at this point I want to focus on making the omelet and adding this to the omelet. So we have our black bean filling done, ready to go, seasoned. Now we're going to go ahead and make our omelet. So this is going to be enough to serve 2 people, so I'm using 4 eggs. I'm going to whisk these with a pinch of salt. The salt's going to help denature the protein in addition to seasoning. Okay, so I have my nonstick pan on medium-low heat. We're going to add a pinch of butter, about a teaspoon of butter. So to make this omelet, I want to have a medium-low heat, and I have a spatula ready to go. So as I cook the egg, I'm going to kind of pull it towards the center and cook most of the egg and before I add the filling. So I can already start taking my egg that's cooking on the sides, pulling it towards the center. And you can see every time I do that, my raw egg fills in the crack. little seasoning of black pepper. So I'm almost to the point where I've cooked the majority of the egg, probably 80 to 90% of the way. And still on low heat, I'm going to add some of my mixture here. And then grating some jack cheese. All right, so now is the trick to fold it over and present it. We're going to serve it with our avocado salsa. This should take about another minute, and we'll come back to that. All right, a little bit of avocado salsa. So here we have our black bean omelet with an avocado salsa verde. Perfect. Enjoy.